Mm. Okay, make the emojis go away. Oh man, couple of trolls, I love it. Logan Smith, that sounds like a made-up name. No way. Hello, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I was muted that entire time. That's amazing. World's worst YouTuber right here. Oh, so what I'm doing is I'm rebuilding a website. I'm rebuilding this website. This is the live current website for my soccer league. Somebody let me know if you can hear me now. And it was built on WordPress, not by me. I took it over a couple years ago, and now I'm going to rebuild it in Etch. Partially because I just want this website to be built in Etch since I'm the one managing it. Mostly because I need content and I'm bored. So here we are. The last stream, I got a decent amount of work done. I got, let's look at it. I got basically the whole homepage, which includes the header, which if you've ever built a header in Etch, it does take a little bit of work. So that's not nothing. And I got the hero section here and some other content, mostly stolen from the existing website, of course. And then I did use Replit to come up with, I just told it to build me a website for a soccer page and just to see what I might use. And I ended up basically stealing this little section here. I still need to update the icons at some point. So now I'm going to move on. I was contemplating out loud to nobody, since I was muted, possibly turning this header, or I'm sorry, this hero into a component, but then I think I kind of talked myself out of it. I feel like it's just too different for it to make sense to be a component. I was thinking about using, because every other page has a similar hero, but you can see it's not full height. On the home page it's full height, on the other ones it's not. Yeah, Blake, don't do that, man. Don't get me started. That video pissed me off so bad. Oh my gosh. And what was funny is just looking at the title of his video and then seeing WP Product Talk's response to it, I actually thought I was on his side. And then I watched the video and I was like, oh my gosh, I hate everything about this person. About the video. I shouldn't say about the person. He's probably a perfectly fine human. But that video was annoying, man. I will not be vibe coding my entire site in Lovable and embedding it onto my WordPress website with an iframe. That is certainly one workflow a person could use. A psychopath maybe. But yeah, enough of that. That was fun. This is, like I said, I don't know. I actually think I will turn this into a component. I won't use it on the homepage because the homepage is different enough, but since every other page pretty much has this same exact hero section, it's tempting to just also, instead of creating a component, it's tempting to create a separate template for pages, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to make a component. So we got, it's just a section with a background image and then the page title. So that should be pretty darn easy. Let's go ahead and create a new page. We can do that in Etch now. We don't have to leave Etch to do that. It's pretty neat. We'll just come here and we're going to call this boot. What's my current slug? I want to keep all my slugs the same. Just about perfect. About, create. And edit. Let's see. Drop a section. We're going to call this about hero. And what do we need? We literally just need a heading, don't we? Do we want to do the image as a background, or do we want to do the image as an image? I'm not sure the pros and cons of each of those. So let's just do it as a background. Let's steal this image. This is a very handy Chrome extension, by the way, if you've never seen it. I don't know what it's called. It's called Image Downloader. And it's just a really nice way to download images. You can select all and just download all the images on that page. I use this all the time. How big is that file? Do I care? Is it big enough that I'm gonna... 600 kilobytes? Fine. Fine. Let's see, can I also quality? I don't know what this means. Should probably just use shmush like Kevin does. That seems like a pretty decent image converter, compressor, thingamajigger. Let's export as a WebP, quality 80%, that should be fine. Dude kicking soccer ball. How's that? Uh, 51 kilobytes, that is better. We'll take that. Where was I? All right. I think we can go ahead and just bem this out, huh? That's all we got. The hero section. About hero, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Background image is URL. There we go. I'm going to delete this part. Then what do we want to do? We want to say background repeat, no repeat, which should be default. Don't know why it's not. And then I think we want to do background size of cover. And our, let's see, how do we want to determine the height of this bad boy? I know a lot of people like to do padding. Padding block of 5 rem. That is not enough. %. 15%. Let's try that. And we're just going to go content is, let's see, how do I do this if it's, since it's not a template, can I, is there a this available? Yeah, there is. Perfect. So I can just do this dot title. About. And we want to put it in a container, which it already is, but I need to give this the class of container. And color. Do I have, yes, I do have some variables. All right, save that. How's it looking so far? Okay, that's too tall, I think. So let's just drop that down to, let's try 10%, see if that looks better. Yeah, that looks pretty good, right? We probably want to make this bigger. What did we do on the home page? That's too big. They're not using the same size, are they? Are they? 80 pixels? 100 pixels, okay, yeah. Homepage is a little bigger. Somebody else needs to make another comment. Every time I look over and see Blake's comment, I get mad again. Not at Blake. At Daryl. Let's see, so what am I doing on the homepage? On my site right now, we're rocking about 112 pixels. That's pretty close to the main site. What do we got in rem here? Let's see. Oh, we have a font size of H2 on there, don't we? But this should be an H. Oh yeah, this should be an H1. Derp. Derp. I do not have an H1 variable yet, so maybe this is a good time to do that. How did I decide the font size of this bad boy? Or, oh yes, I clamped it. I clamped it, that's right. Maybe I should actually make that a variable. Make that my H1 variable. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna go to my home page, find this bad boy, grab this clamp value. Just grab the whole thing. And I'm going to say H1, which doesn't exist yet. So let's make it exist. There we go. Oh, stop it. There we go. I'll go back to my about page. Give this bad boy. Did I create a, what am I trying to say in my brain? A utility class for that? Nope. I just did I did this. H1 font size H1. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Fail, fail, fail. Refresh. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. I want to hit my home page real quick. I don't need to do this. It just occurred to me. Okay. Back to the about page. Now what we're going to do is, this is all that needs to go in here. I wonder why my header's not showing up on this. Is it showing up on the front end? Yeah, it is. Okay. Just not showing up in the builder. Ah, this looks too big now that I'm looking at it. Oh well. Fix that later. I want to move on. I'm going to turn this into a component, because that's all that's in here is literally just this image and this text. So the component will have two props to let you update the text if you want. The default will just be the page title, but then you can override that if you want. And then I'll probably make this image the default as well, but we'll make that customizable as well. So easy peasy. Right click on this, and since I'm going to change this to page hero. I wasn't thinking when I created this. Actually, I'm gonna refresh if I can copy that stuff quick. I'm just gonna grab this. There we go. And we'll do Control D and change this to page. Drop that back in there. Page hero container. I suppose I could componentize that too, but I don't think I need to. All right, that's better. And does this still have the container class? Yes, it does. Page here. Okay, now that it's more general, it's not specific to the about page, I will go ahead and turn this into a component. I'm going to add, let's see, what do we want to do? We can do an image prop, right? Yeah, we want to do an image prop and a text prop. Text we're just going to call page title. Default value is this dot title. And then in media, hero background. Default value is save that, and then we're going to come here, click on this, and instead of this dot title, we're going to say, how does this actually work? Props dot, and then what do we call it? Page title. Perfect. And then Ooh, the background we can't do. Yeah. All right. We can't use props in CSS, which means we can't change out the background image of this hero with a prop. So instead of doing a background image, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to drop an image in here. Where do we want to put this? Outside of the container. Just put it up here. Call it hero background. Page hero underscore background. That works. Choose that guy. What was I doing? Oh, then we need to go make sure that its parent element has the position of relative, so that I can say position absolute z index. We're going to say, let's see, where this one needs to be 0, and then the container can be 1. Does that work? Yeah, I think that works. What are we doing? Width 100%, height 100%, object fit cover. Yeah. And now what we can do is we can say, instead of hard coding this bad boy, we say props.hero background. Save. Exit. So now when we click on this, we can choose to type in something custom if we want. If we don't, it will just be whatever the page title is. And then this hero background has a default to this image, but if we want to change it to this image, we can do that. I don't know how to actually, I think I can just delete that. Yeah, there we go. So this way I could have a custom image for every page if I want. And it's easy. I can still use the same component on every page, but I can easily change the title if I want, and I can change the background. What's next? This dumb section that means nothing. Is this the same thing that's on the home page? I mean, almost. I need to get real pictures from the league directors so I can stop using these. This one has to be AI, right? Yeah. I mean, this is what happens. This is not what adult soccer looks like. This is what like 8-year-olds playing soccer looks like, where everybody is just huddled around and chasing the ball in one big group of people. This isn't a real picture. I should talk to the league about getting some more content for this about page too, since this is literally all there is right now. I think what I'm going to do, just to at least make this page useful if somebody lands on it right now, I'm basically just going to add this so that they can click the button to register. And then I'll talk to the league about getting some more content on this page. They have a Facebook page. Maybe we could like embed that or something. At least get some real copy instead of this stuff. Could also I'll add some more buttons too. I'll put a link to the rules. I'll put a link to registering. That's probably good. And in light of that, no, I don't. Oh, okay. Quick little fix we need to do. We're gonna go to our template, our header template right here. And we're gonna say z index 999 classic. I wonder, oh yeah, we also forgot to do, we forgot to do top 0, left 0 on this guy, on the image. All right, there it is. And let's see, we need to do more. Now for some reason we need to do more. Where'd it go? Oh, I took, when I deleted everything, I took away the padding. What else did I have on that? About hero. Yeah, that was it, just padding. All right, we'll grab that. Put it on our page hero. There we go, that's better. Perfect. And then I think just copy this, pretty much just literally copy this. And if I want to be like fancy, maybe switch it around so the picture's on the left. Just so it's, you know, it's different. Yeah. This site's going to look different after I've had a few conversations with the board. Faux show. You know what's cool about Etch now? I can just right click on this and copy. And then I'm going to come over here to my about page. Control V, look at that. Bada bing, bada boom. This button, what will it look like if I duplicate that? Yeah, I need to wrap this in a quick div first called CTA, maybe just CTAs. About content CTAs. I don't know. I hate coming up with class names. Do we just flex it? Flex kind of messes with stuff. I'm gonna say display grid. Oh man, does grid mess with stuff too in the same way? Ooh, I gave this flex start. Why did I do that? I remember why I did that. Fine. I think I have some spacing variables, don't I? Yeah. Medium? Yeah. What are we gonna do? We're gonna call this one rules. Rules. Register, register. Probably change the color of those buttons, but yeah. Okay. Getting somewhere. What else we got? Join has membership and registration, which is confusing. You have to be like a member of the league, and that's what pays for the league insurance. And then you also have to register for every session. So, what's this called? Just membership and then registration. Okay. Let's close some of these tabs. What have I done here? New page, membership. So what we do is we click this, we find our component. What do we call it? Page hero. Look at that, it's already got the page title in there. Same image. Did they use a different image? Nope, same image there. Ooh, that one has a different image. Okay. Yeah. I kind of feel like maybe what I want to do for this is drop a text. And then I'm going to edit this in Doodooberg and try that. And see if this is editable in Etch. Looks like it is. All right. I like it. But how do I want to do this? So I can style things. Oh, I should have given this section, what is this? Membership. Info. Let's just do membership. Membership section. It's kind of weird how I did this. Paragraph, paragraph. Oh, because this has strongs in it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I wonder if this is better than having just added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 paragraphs in Etch. I don't know. Membership section. Let's give this a class of membership section. Nice and clever. Text. Image. Let's give this a very specific class because it's a specific image. United States Adult Soccer Association. USASA. Whatever. Width 200 pixels. 150 pixels. I don't think I need to do this, but I thought I had some default paragraph spacing. Apparently not. Did I not do anything in here for paragraphs? Is this going to mess up the rest of my site? Looks decent. Nothing looks broken. This isn't working for some reason. That's weird. Why is that not working? Oh. Why is there two figures? What? I copied from this. Why is it? I think there's another logo in there. Oh, it's in the code. Look at this. Why is there an image here that doesn't seem to be showing? And then there's this image. Does this exist? No, that is weird. All right, so we're going to delete this first figure first of all. And then also we need to say Ustasa. We can get rid of that. I think that's the proper way to do. Oh, what, dude? What is happening? Figure. Yeah, I know what's happening. I should not have done what I did. I should not have done what I did. Creating it in Gutenberg caused me all sorts of problems. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 paragraphs. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, right? And then right here, we need to drop in an image. No. I'm gonna wrap this in a div, turn the div into a figure. Still need to download that image. Okay. All right. I'm gonna wrap this in a div. Call this a UL. Call that an LI. LI. All right. Okay, this, yeah. Gutenberg is adding weird, annoying classes. It was screwing everything up. I am old. What is this? It's not great, but hey, it's what we got on the regular, on the existing website. So, and now this is editable in Gutenberg, and updating this content shouldn't screw things up, because if you look at it, it doesn't have all those annoying Gutenberg classes that it had before. So lesson learned, don't create stuff in Gutenberg. and then try to edit it in Etch, even if you think it's easier. I wish there was a way, and maybe they'll do it, but if someone did create something in Gutenberg, it'd be nice if there was a way to like strip out the Gutenberg classes. That would be helpful. That would be helpful. All right, I think that's it for the membership page. What does this look like now? If the league wanted to log in and update this. Why does it look all weird? That's funny. That's the page title. Yeah. So the text is editable. They just discovered the other day the images are not editable anymore. You used to be able to swap it out here in Gutenberg. But yeah, they should be able to come in here and edit this content if they need to. That's good. That's what I like about Etch. I can build an Etch. Clients can update content with Gutenberg. It's a win-win. All right. Registration. Doesn't exist yet. Ah, dang it. Oh, first let's do our page hero, change nothing. Registration section, which looks like this is one thing that, and maybe I'm missing something. Let me just try it before I say anything. This is why I try to do it in Gutenberg first, because in Gutenberg you can copy just a whole big bunch of text and paste it in, and it works pretty well. But I can't do that. If I just try to paste all that content in, it's just one big paragraph. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. They don't have any classes on these paragraphs. All right, we'll take it. Take it. Do these links work? What do we got? Yeah. Perfect. What's it look like though? Okay. And on the regular site, we did have this heading here. Let's drop that in here. Right up here at the top. Oh, did I do regular margin on my... Yep. Should have been block. There we go. And then I need to put it in container. Yeah. Yeah. Good enough. Good enough for government work. What is next? I don't even know what this page is. League competition. Oh, we're just kind of describing how it goes. 9v9 outdoor, 7v7 indoor. I don't know why they formatted this differently. Oh, outdoor grass. Oh, outdoor grass and turf seasons. So that should be spring, fall, winter. Huh. Well, can I copy this HTML again? Yes, I can. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. This is league competition. Page hero. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. I'm gonna make this an H3. What happens if I do that? No, that doesn't. Can I do this? Nope, because it complains about. Ugh. So I have to go to the UL. Good enough, man. Why did I change it to divisions? Oh, because that's the name of this. Yeah. Okay. Contact. This could take a little extra work, so I got to use a plugin. I was going to probably steal this layout. My printer's randomly making noises at me. Yeah, I don't have a FAQ. I don't think. Yeah, they don't have one on this on the website. We should get one though. Yeah. Let's fix our nav. See how much of this is working. Join membership. That should be working. This is league competition. Contact rules. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's create our contact page. Contact. Boom. Love how easy it is to create pages now. Page hero. All right, what do we got? What do we got? 2 columns. Oh, I want to look at this. 2 columns, yep. want to do this? Probably just flex, right? Or no. Let's do grid. 2 columns. Each column has 2 divs. Those divs will all be flex column. That'd be nice. I don't have a single flex direction row in here. Okay. All right. Do we make the container the grid? Might as well. Don't need to be throwing extra divs in there, do we? We'll see. We'll see. Contact section. Let's try it. We'll try it. So if this is gonna be 2 columns, we need 2 divs. Each of these flex divs. And each of these flex divs will have 2 flex divs in them. We'll call this column left, column right. For now, let's just do column. So the BEM, then I'll add left and right afterwards. Let's say info officials. Over here we have form. Back. Then what? Then what? We'll make this an accordion. I lied. We're gonna have 4 flex direction rows. Inside, so inside here, we need heading. Thing is, I don't think we're gonna have a phone number on the website. Might not even have an email address on the website. They're still trying to figure out if they want to use like create an email address. Definitely don't think they're planning on putting a phone number up there. Let's just do email, location, and hours. Actually, I think I'm gonna build this out and then duplicate it. My goodness. Inside each one of these, we're gonna have an icon, a little mini heading, some text. Heading and text have to be in a div. So let's do SVG flex div. Inside the flex div, heading, text. This is going to get all kind of screwy when I tries to bem this. If I say row, is it gonna info row? Oh, content. I hate this. Info icon. Okay. And then down here we need a heading. And then just a bunch of this should be JSON, because this will change. It'd be nice to just loop through this from a JSON file, especially later when they make JSON objects, when they have like a UI for them, and then it should be pretty easy for clients to update that themselves. So let's say we just need, do we call this a heading, or no, we just make it strong, right? After the officials, we'll do a div. We don't need to do a div since it's all, we just need to wrap it in a, let's do text. Official name. Wrap this in a loop while I'm here, and then do another text. Yeah, and again, I don't think we're going to do emails, but we'll do like a title. Let's go ahead and create a loop. They're not called officials. That's coming from the AI. They're called board members. Okay. Okay. So this is going to have a heading, and then I'm going to have to add the form via block or shortcode in the Gutenberg editor. Heading. And then there'll be a component, which, watch this. This is pretty neat. Elements, what do we got? Dynamic, accordion, copy, paste. Hey, don't embarrass me. What are we doing here? Paste. Okay. You're gonna embarrass me in front of my friends? Copy. There it is. That was weird. Where does it go? It goes in the FAQ right underneath the heading. We're going to need to create a loop called FAQ. Also going to be JSON. I like to say, well, yeah, I like to say question and answer. And then what I have to do here is choose that loop. FAQ, save, edit component. Instead of item.title, we're going to say item.question. And then down here, item.answer. All right, let's edit that loop. FAQ question. Is Etch awesome? Answer. Yes. Save. Look at that. Is Etch awesome? Yes. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Hey, who just joined? Say hi. Given that it's midnight for me, I'm thinking there's a decent chance whoever just joined is from the UK. I typically get a couple UK viewers at this time. But it could just be another night owl like myself. Just trying to stay awake for some reason. We are in the process of building out the contact page. We are still working on the HTML, which I think I actually just finished. So I can probably auto-bem this and then start putting in real content and start styling it. I think. Let's do it. YOLO. Boom. All right. What do I want to do first? Ugh, I don't want to do this. France. All right. I knew it was going to be somebody somewhere. It's probably early for you. It's very late for me. I think I'm going to start with this section. Might as well. It's top left. Let's just get her done. So these rows need to be display of flex. Right here, info row. I also need to duplicate this a couple times. Info row is, let's see, it's already display flex because that's how Etch works. Because when I created those divs, I chose flex div, but I just need to say flex direction row. And I'm going to say gap of spacing medium. Let's see. So this is H1. So these will all be H2s. So this is already an H2, and then this will be an H3. Should have done that before I duplicated them, but whatever. Okay. Is this something I want to loop through? This might also... This should be a JSON, probably. Yes. Okay, which means I'm going to delete 2 of these rows I just created. Delete, delete, and I'm going to click wrap in loop. And I'm going to create another loop called contact info. And what are we going to call these? We got, I don't know, just heading and content, title content, title, content, whatever. What's the first one? We'll just get one in there, email. This isn't real, but we're gonna put it in there. What was I doing? No, I did that wrong. This says email, and this says that. All right. Just so we have something to loop through here. And now we'll choose that loop we just created. What was it called? Contact info. And then in here, the heading is going to be item.title. And then this is going to be item.content, because we created this loop, contact info, as item. So that's why we say item here. And then in our JSON loop, this key is title. So that's why we're doing .title. So it's going to loop through all these, and it's going to grab the title, which is email, and then it's going to grab the content, which is this email address. And then it's going to move on to the next one, do it all again. Title, which is 2. You can see that. And content, which is item 2. So that's working. Yep, those are H3s. That's what we want. So this is kind of getting there. We got display of row, so this is at least laid out correctly. We still have a lot of work to do for as far as styling goes if we're going to emulate this kind of design. But we're getting there. And then we can change this heading to, what do we say? Contact information. Ghislaine, are you using Etch? Did I say your name right? Let's see what's next. League officials. Did I already create that loop? Yeah, I did. Yep. So we're gonna we're gonna put in league officials, and we're gonna change that to actually board members. This should be looping. What is this? Member name. Oh, member name, member title. Yeah. Nice. Let's see. Member name should be item dot. What did we say? Name. Let's look at our loop again. Yeah, name. Chris. Title. President. This is item dot title. So are you using Etch? Oh, they left, I think. Is this working? Chris, president. Yep. And let's see what else. Let's put Billy. He is the board clown. Oh, that's awesome to hear. I'm glad to hear that. I'm definitely not the best web developer in the world, but I'd like to think that I've learned a thing or two over the past, I don't even want to say how many years I've been doing this. It makes me feel old. What are we doing? So let's make the name strong. Save that. Ooh, Ooh, you bought it so you got a good deal. I bought it, I got lucky. I bought it not super early. I wasn't that brave. I also didn't know Kevin yet. So I wasn't, I know a lot of people had a lot of faith in his products because they'd used ACSS or frames. That wasn't me. I had no idea who the guy was. So I was not willing to purchase it until I actually saw it in action. But then, like, almost immediately, when I saw Kevin actually using Etch in a video, I thought, I got to get that. So I bought it, and I got a pretty good deal. Probably not as good of a deal as you got if you bought it a year ago. But certainly a better deal than people buying it now. How's this looking? Board members, Chris, President, Billy, Board Clown. This is working. Also, you've been using ACSS. I have an ACSS license, and I've just been too chicken to figure out how to use it. I tried it like once. I was messing around with it for a little bit, and I felt like I was fighting it, and so clearly I wasn't using it correctly. So I need to watch some videos. I know, obviously, Kevin has a lot of videos on his channel about ACSS. I think he has a whole playlist of just like ACSS 101. So I need to do that. I need to watch those videos and then start trying to use ACSS. But I'm not an ACSS user yet. I have a license, so I will be. All right, I need to make this grid. Let's see here. I believe it's the container, right? Yeah, so the container, first of all, give it my container class. Display grid. On mobile, I want it to be one column, which is the default. And then on desktop, which is probably going to be 768. It's 768 pixels. I want 2 columns. So this is, you could actually just write this, I believe, 1FR, 1FR. Or maybe no comma? Yeah, no comma. This is technically a shorthand, even though in this case it's more typing, I think. This is more of a shorthand if you're having a bunch of columns. Like if you want, you know, if you're creating something like that, that would be very annoying to type out. So instead of doing all that, you would just say repeat 6 1FR, and that would give you 6 columns. So it's technically a shorthand. What do we got going on over here? All right, this is going to be our form. We have to add that via a plugin, so I probably won't be doing that tonight. But I will be installing Formidable Forms. You know what? Actually, let's just do it because the free version is in the repository. It's very quick and easy. And I can kind of show you that you can, if you're wondering, like, Ghislaine, you probably know this if you bought it a year ago, but somebody else watches this and they're wondering, if I have a plugin that uses a block or a shortcode, can I use that in Etch? The answer is yes, you can. You just can't do it actually in Etch yet. You have to do it in Gutenberg. So what I mean by that is if we go to forms, I should already have one. I'm going to grab, let's just do the shortcode. Grab that. Did that work? And I'll come back here. And we'll go to the Gutenberg editor. And where do I want to put this? I think right here. I'll just duplicate that and then do this. short code. Boom. Paste that in. I think that's okay. Yep. And let's see how broken this is. All right, that worked. There's my form. So that worked pretty well. Let's see if my media query worked, if I did that right. So, yep, went down to one column at 768, goes back up to 2 columns. I need to add a little gap in there probably. Maybe it doesn't matter. But yeah, so you can use the shortcode, and I could also have done a block. I think Formidable Forms has blocks. It gets a little weird in here. Yeah, they do have a block, so I think I can drag this. Can you drag blocks? No, maybe just click it and then move it up, move it around. So let's try this way instead of using the shortcode. And then I'll select my contact form and I'll save, and this should not change at all. It should look exactly the same, and it does. So you can use shortcodes or blocks with Etch. I think eventually you'll be able to actually do it in Etch. And then of course, if you're wondering what it looks like, now that we've added it, it's just this, they call it a pass-through block. So it's just sort of a placeholder in Etch. Can't do anything with it, but it's there and it's working. So, yeah, so this is going fairly well. We got most of our layout here. It just obviously needs to be styled quite a bit more. But we have our columns. We have all of our content. We got 3 loops on this page. We're looping through this, and we're looping through this accordion. All right. Now the question is, everything else on this website so far has been pretty dark. We got this dark background, this gray background. So probably want to do the same thing on the contact page here. But which color do we want to go with? Let's see, we're using this dark color in the footer, so probably we want to use this color here. I think that's a variable, so let me look at my home page. Right here. Yep, secondary dark and color, so I'm going to steal this. I'm going to go back to my contact page. I like how I can do all this in Etch. I don't have to leave Etch to switch pages. What are we doing? The section, I'm going to go like this. Now, one thing I'm going to have to do, apart from styling this accordion, I don't think you saw this, Ghislaine. I think I did this before you joined. But this accordion I stole from the Etch documentation. I can show you how I did that. Right here on Elements Accordion, you can just click this, come back here, and paste it in, and there it is. There's my accordion. And then all I did was click on it, and I chose the loop that I wanted to loop through. I created a JSON loop for my FAQs, and I chose that loop here. And that's what it's looping through. Which I actually need to redo since I accidentally just deleted the wrong component. Kind of funny. Don't do this to me. Okay. Edit. So since I'm using that FAQ loop, which looks like this, we have a question and answer. Then I can just come in here. Will you stop doing that? Why does it keep doing that? Item.title. Let's come up here. Here we go. Item.title. I'm going to change that to item.question. And then we come down here to Da, 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 da. Let's just look at the whole thing. There it is. Content, change that to answer. That should work. Yep, it's working. So I still need to style it. Looks terrible. Welcome to whomever just joined us. I am in Midwest United States, so it is late for me. Ghislaine here is from France, so I think it's early for her. We're just rebuilding a website. Real quick, you can see this is the current website. It's built in WordPress, but I'm rebuilding it using Etch, using mostly the same look and content, borrowing a couple things from this website that I had AI come up with. So for example, I stole this layout for the homepage, this little section here. I did that right here. Still need to update some of this, like the icons, but for the most part, I just stole that layout for this. And then I'm also stealing for this contact page, I'm stealing this general layout. So that's what I'm working on right now. 7:30 a.m. Okay. I'm going to be in Ireland actually tomorrow. I guess technically today my plane leaves in 12 plus 4 in about 16 hours. My plane leaves and I will get to Ireland. It'll be 7 a.m. ish Ireland time. But so I'll be over there in the same relative general time zone-ish. You're on the west coast of France. Do you have like a large difference in like culture? In America, we have like the East Coast, and we have the West Coast. We have like the Midwest, which is where I'm from. We have the South. And all those areas have like pretty distinct cultures. It's kind of interesting. All right, so let's see. Can I borrow some styling? I think I can borrow some styling because we created this. I mean, we at least probably want to use. What do we want to do here? What did they do? Is this background? Huh. I don't see the background color that they use. Oh, is this it? BG card? Yeah. Okay. So it's not like a gradient or anything. It's just a background color. And it's darker than the background, as opposed to what I did here where my cards are lighter than the background. Okay, let's see here. So I think I need to give these a class that they can share because I'm about to do a bunch of styling that's going to be the same on all of them. So maybe we go with, let's just keep it simple and say contact card. And then do the same for these. Save. Getting a lot of errors in the builder today. It's kind of weird. I want to make sure this actually worked. Yep, contact card. Okay, so I can now I should be able to do some styling. I don't want to steal their background and start with that. Start from there and then kind of see what it goes like here. Background color. Let's just see what this looks like. Can't type. It's getting late. That could maybe work. Oh, I can't. I'm trying to do etch stuff in the in the inspect tool. All right, but I think I'm gonna try this color for now. So let's add that here. And then here we can do etch stuff. Spacing medium. Okay, on my grid I want to say gap spacing large probably. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't do... Ooh, oysters? I gotta be honest, I've never had an oyster, and I probably never will. I wouldn't say I'm the pickiest eater in the world, but I kind of draw the line at things that look like snot. Okay. I guess I just have to do... Because my gap... I guess... Oh wait, these columns are flex, so I can give them a gap. What do I do? Spacing large? There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And come back to contact card, and we want to say border radius. I can't remember if... I thought I had some radius variables. Do I not? If you don't know, in the last live where I did all this work, I had AI create a CSS, a very small CSS framework for me because I don't like doing that. I don't like coming up with variable names and whatnot. I know a lot of web developers over time basically create their own CSS framework, something like this, and they just copy and paste. I've only recently started forcing myself to use variables, so I don't have that. So I just went to AI and said, hey, make me like a basic little CSS framework. And that's what I'm working with. So I do have some radius variables. Let's just start with medium. Let's do large. Let's go take a gander. Okay, this is coming together. This is coming together. I might need to rethink the layout. Oh, I just need to add more content here. That's right. This is just temporary dummy content. Let's see. We need to get our little border here. Once again, I'm just going to steal what they got going on. And later I might turn these values into variables. I already have variables for some of this stuff actually. Like this background color is a variable. What is this? Secondary dark. So do I have a secondary light? Yes. But I don't know if this is a value I put in or if it's one of the random colors from AI. But let's try it. For this, instead of this hard-coded value, I'm going to try that variable. And if it doesn't exist yet, I'm going to make it exist. Yep, it does not exist yet, so I'm going to make it this. Secondary light. There we go. Perfect. Now we have ourselves a little variable. And then for the border, can I just maybe do primary light? Is that too much? That seems like too much. Yeah, that's too much. Do I have any other variables I could try? Neutral and neutral light. Those are, I think, still made up colors from AI. Border, let's try neutral light. Okay. Ooh, I think, yeah. At least for now, I think that'll work. I still almost feel like it's like a smidgen too bright. I don't know. So styling the form, since I used a plugin, I would do that in the plugin settings. So let's go to Formidable, and we can go to Styles. Basically everything needs to be white. Unfortunately, I can't use my variables in here. I don't think I can. I'm like 99.10% sure I wouldn't be able to use variables in here. But that's fine. I basically just need to make these labels white. I mean, that's really all I need to do. The text is already fine. Unless I want to try and... Yeah, they had dark. So I'll make these white, I'll make these dark, and I'll change the text in here inside these to be white. Which, let's see, I always struggle to figure this out. Field text. I don't think this is what I want. Okay, so this needs to be white. So that's something. But then I need to make the background a different color. So I think I have to go to advanced settings for that. Let's see here. Field description, colors, field colors, background. Let's try this. Yep. So do I just want to try use the same color as my background? Would that look weird? Ooh, why is... Okay. Field text, active needs to be the same color. Here we go. And then field, is it labels? Field labels, color used to be white. And then what is this? Is that the description? Yep. So also make those white. Let's start with this. On my button, I need to change my button color too. But already that's getting better. Let's grab my border color. And let's see, field, colors, border. Yeah, that's better. This is working. This is working. This button. Let's see. I have buttons already. I think they're just red. I don't think that's the right red. I'm pretty sure I created... I thought I created a red for this. Is this... Yeah, I did. Accent. Okay. Which is... so close to red, I might as well have just used red. Honestly. Let's see. Submit button. That's down here somewhere. Buttons. Background image. That's weird. Background color. Font weight. Bold. I don't like that border or the hover color. Oh, no, down here. Buttons, background, on hover, red, and let's make it a little bit light so you get some little effect when you hover. Yeah, border color, just red. Yeah. All right, that's a little better. I think that's too much on the hover. Let's go button on hover. Bring this back up a little bit. Make it a little more subtle. Yeah, that's better. That's better. My number of viewers keeps going from 1 to 2 back and forth. I don't know if it's somebody having a bad connection or if I just keep getting a new person every minute or so. But if you're new, haven't said anything in the chat, say something, let me know where you're from. We're just rebuilding a website today. Working on the contact page right now. I still have quite a bit of work to do. I got all the content and the layout pretty much going, and now I'm kind of working on just fine-tuning some of the styles. This accordion, it's too big. Obviously it's white, it needs to not be white. Trying to decide how much of this I want to get done tonight. Kind of maybe want to move on to something else for a minute. Did I not create a rules page on this? So if you are watching and you're new, I am managing this website right now for a local adult soccer league that I'm part of. And so it's a WordPress site and I'm rebuilding it. So it's still going to be in WordPress, but I'm using Etch now, obviously. The rules page is just an embedded PDF. Using embed press. Is that a default block or did I have to add that? Let's create a new page called rules. And let's see what happens. And I type embed. Okay, embed press is custom. Can I just do this though? Oh, it's a URL. Okay. Can I find it? Sometimes you search for stuff here and you can just like install it. They'll give you, yeah, here we go. Let's see. I don't see embed press. So is that, it's not this, is it? How about I actually log in and find out exactly what's going on? Let's see here. Plugins. What am I using? Yep, it is a plugin called Embed Press by WP Developer. Now that is a clever name to call yourself. WP Developer. I wonder what they do. Maybe they develop for WordPress. All right, let's get that same Embed Press plugin. There it is. I think. Flipbook. Is this really the same plugin? Yes, it is. All right. All right. So now that I've done that, I think I can go get rid of this. Embed press, there it is. Embed press PDF. That's what I want to do. And then I have to download the PDF. Media. There it is. Download that bad boy. Okay. I think I had to do some styling. Height 600, like that. Can I height this 600%? Is that what's going on here? Well, let's just see what it looks like. Yeah. So I don't know, can I drag this? Oh good, I can. Okay, so then I can put this in my container, call this rules section, add my component, my page hero component up here, rules, save that. Okay, and now I think I have to give this probably a height of 100% or something. I don't know. I always hate this crap. Oh. Height 100%. Will that do it? That did not do it. And okay, I think also, you know what? Did I do some custom CSS here? Boy, this site, can't wait for it to be done. This current site loads forever. No custom CSS. Okay. What did I do to get this to not look like that? It says height is 600%. That doesn't seem to be true. Well, what if I just go like this? Bump it all the way up as high as it'll go. I guess that's better. You still have to scroll. It's not so bad. There's probably a better solution for embedding a PDF on a website. I just haven't looked into it. That embed press, I think, was just the first plugin I found when I searched for it. So that's what I went with, but I'll investigate something better later. But we are moving along. We got our rules page done. Schedule. Now schedule page is fun. On the current site, I actually made a plugin that allows me to import a spreadsheet in the back end, and then it creates this experience that you're looking at right here. So these are all team names of soccer teams or football teams, and you click on one and it just shows you your schedule. So on this day you're playing against this team on field 4 at 2 p.m. This is old because the league is terrible at sending me schedules. They haven't been sending me the schedule. But that's how this page works. And if I remember correctly, this is a block. Hello from the editor. Yeah, so it's just a block. So I need to install this plugin. I have way too many. Oh, where is it? Team schedule. Please tell me I created a release. Okay. Does my plugin still work? Oh, I forgot to update. Should I update right now? Could this break everything? No, not yet. All right, now that we've backed up, let's update Etch. Okay, we got our plugin. I'm gonna need to find an example spreadsheet. You haven't emailed me one in a while. I don't know if my plugin saves the spreadsheet in the media. What's this? Oh, I think this is, we'll try it. We'll try it. What could go wrong? I don't even remember how this plugin works. Let's see, schedule teams, add new team, no, import CSV. There it is. All right, there's all my teams. So now, I don't think I created the schedule page yet. No, I did not. We'll do that. Schedule. Go ahead and publish that bad boy. And then what is it called? Team schedule block. Yep. There it is. Save. Why is that taking so long to save? Did it save? Let's edit with Etch. Yep, it looks like it's saved. All right. Get our page hero. Created a page hero component earlier, so I don't have to keep creating this. And the component has a dynamic title, so whatever the page title is will be displayed there. And I can change the image if I want. This is a default image, but if I want to use a different image, I can just put it in here. And if I want to override the title for some reason, I can override the title, but I'm not gonna. All right, so this is super old, but it's working. So if the league, they told me today they're going to send me the schedule for the current session, which started 2 days ago. We'll see if they actually do that. But this is working. That's pretty much it for, we got all the pages down. The rest of this is just, I definitely need to finish the styling of this page. These icons, let's see, do I just want to use these? Yeah, let's just copy this element. Let's also close some of these tabs, eh? Too many tabs, too many tabs. What was that, the home page? Yeah, nope. Nope, I was looking at the contact page. Contact page. Email. Oh, you know what? Ooh, this is, these are looped. I mean, so I guess, how would I do this? I guess I just have to add the SVG code here. Like that. Except I have to use single quotes here. I don't know, can I do that? Can I just switch from double quotes here to single quotes down here? I don't think it likes that. What's this little thing telling me? Unexpected token. Yeah, I didn't like that. Well, what am I doing wrong now? It should be, oh. Okay. So that's not, how would I do this? I mean, I would have to just save it as an actual like image file, upload it to the media library, and then I could add a link to the image here. Shouldn't I be able to? They just updated this SVG element, and I thought it was supposed to make stuff like this easier. I'm trying to remember the video where they did this. There's a source now. Icon, what's this? Oh. Huh. I might just have to figure that out later. Yeah. Actually, let's see. I wonder where. Just use bootstrap icons. Download that. So if I download that, what I can do is, so we're looping through it. So I'm going to say item.svg, because that's what I put in my loop, I believe. Yep, svg. And then what I need to do is add it to my media library. Grab the URL. What? Grab the URL. Try that again. Okay. What is happening? One more time. Let's grab the URL. Did it work? Did it copy it? Okay, there's my URL. Now, I don't know what's going on. Go to my loop. What was I looping through? Contact info, SVG. There we go. That was weird. I think this should work. Am I there yet? Did this not save? Oh, I typed items for some reason. There we go. Now it's too small, but it's working. We're looping through our loop, and we're getting the correct SVG. It should have a class on it, so let's go ahead and just try width of 20 pixels, 50 pixels. What did they do? What is theirs? 1.5 RAM, of course. Okay, I think that's probably good for that. And I should probably wrap this in a figure, actually. Figure. Okay. I need to do a little thing on this row here. I believe I need to do, I'm going to get it wrong. Align items, flex start. Yep, that's wrong. Okay, it's not doing anything. Got a figure. Oh, wait. Yeah. Do I need to do... Why does nothing work? It's the figure. Okay. Okay. Huh. SVG is right there. Oh. Needs a color. Or is a stroke? No, that doesn't... Ooh, that doesn't work because it's just a file. That's what I... So I need to come here. And I think I can change the color here somewhere, can't I? Maybe not with the free version. Bro, this should not be this hard. Okay. Okay. See, it's weird. Here's what I don't understand about SVGs. Right? The SVG that we uploaded first had a dark border. We saw that in the media manager, and we saw it on the front end because we couldn't see it because it matches the background. There it is right here, dark outline. But in the builder, it had a white outline. And I know you can control the color of an SVG when you paste the SVG code in, but I didn't think you could do that when you are just uploading an image, like an actual image file. I didn't think you could actually mess with the colors of the SVG. But given the fact that it was showing up white in the builder, tells me that you must be able to do that, apparently. But whatever, I'm just going to upload a white one. Still not showing up. Oh, I need to update the loop. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Open a new tab. Yep. It's there. It's white. Why is it not showing up here? Oh, what? There's the figure. What in the world, dude? What in the world? What's going on? What's that do? Anything? Is the figure screwing it up? I think I saw this before. We're putting an SVG inside a figure. It was like breaking everything. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. It's still not showing up. This makes absolutely no sense to me. No sense at all. Maybe it's because it's after 1 in the morning. So it works as a PNG, but for some reason, it just was not working as an SVG. I'm gonna have to investigate that. That's weird. And my PNG is fuzzy, so I'll have to get a better one of those. That's weird. Don't understand that at all. Anywho, did that not save? Yeah. What's going on here? I think yeah, I got some more tweaking to do, but it's not going to happen tonight. It is time to go to bed. It's about 1:12 in the morning for me, so I've been doing this for, when did I start? 11, over 2 hours. So I'm calling it. Thanks to everybody who joined. Ghislaine, if you're still here, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for interacting, and I appreciate the kind words you said earlier. And I'm going to end this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I will be gone, like I said, in Ireland for about the next 11 days, so you won't be seeing any content out of me for 11 or 12 days. So I'll see